USAA was founded by veterans and holds strong to its mission of facilitating the financial security of military families and its core values of service, loyalty, honesty, and integrity. Before joining USAA, our next guest served in the United States Army for 37 years, retiring as a command sergeant major. A combat engineer, he deployed to Honduras, Somalia, Kosovo, and Iraq. He made multiple command visits to Iraq and Afghanistan and deployed in support of relief efforts for Hurricane Katrina and Superstorm Sandy. He is currently the Military Affairs Relations Director of USAA. The American Legion is proud of its relationship with USAA, a company that shares our values. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bob Winzenried of USAA.
The similarity within USAA, the American Legion, and the military is service.
All three organizations believe in the patriotism, believe in a strong America. USAA, in many ways, is our guardian.
We really kind of have the same goals. You know, we want to take care of each other, and that's something that's a military mindset. We take care of each other.
Well, in the Army, we always say hua when we see a great video or have a great story. And anybody that's been in the Army knows that hua means anything but no. So thank you this morning. And you got to help me out this morning. I know a lot of you spent a lot of time at the bar last night checking out the adult beverages. And I know you're a little tired. You stood in a long line. But I really want to get a selfie with all of you. So if you could hold on a minute, let me get my phone hooked up here. And I know everybody's going to smile, right? All right, here we go. All right. Thanks for that. I saw somebody in the back wasn't smiling, though. I caught you. Hey, good morning, all of you. To all my fellow Legionnaires, thanks for giving me the opportunity to address you this morning. It is truly an honor, and I very much appreciate the chance to be here with all of you. I wanted to talk to you this morning about some of the things I learned during my over 37 years as an enlisted soldier in the United States Army. Like many of you, I started out as a young man looking to get something more out of life. In my case, I was a long-haired hippie dude with a wife and a young son who knew that life we were living was not what I wanted for our young family. One afternoon, I watched that great Army movie classic, Stripes, with Bill Murray, and decided the Army was exactly where I wanted to be. That's for all my Marine brothers out there. I'm sure there are a few of you who did the same. From the time I joined, I've had the opportunity to go from a private E1 all the way through to the command senior enlisted leader for a combined and combatant command. Along the way, I've always enjoyed the fact that I was a leader of our most precious resource, the young men and women who have volunteered to serve our great country. And oh, by the way, as you heard yesterday from General Dunford, for the last 15+ years, they have continued to sign up with a full knowledge and expectation that they would deploy and serve in a combat zone. When America talks of the greatest generation, they are typically referring to those that served during World War II. And that is a well-deserved distinction, as those who served during that difficult time truly saved the world from extreme evil. I would also suggest that every succeeding generation has contributed in their own great way. From those who served in Korea, Vietnam, the numerous Cold War skirmishes, to those who currently serve in Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan, and other locations too numerous to mention, all can stake claim to that moniker when it comes to military service. I believe that in decades to come, the young people serving today will also be looked upon as a great generation. Our greatest generation of World War II was supported and backed by an entire nation who sacrificed in their own way to support those in uniform and contributed to their eventual victory over our enemies. I only wish that Americans had that same level of commitment today in our current fight. My point is that every generation has yet young men and women who are willing to serve. We should be proud of the fact that these young men and women, just like previous generations, still are answering the call to defend our country and our way of life. But we're seeing the numbers of these who are willing or capable of serving dwindle. It amazes me and should trouble all of us that less than 1% of our population serves in our armed forces today. I think we can help our military when it comes to recruiting the best to join it. I can tell you as a young'un, hearing about the exploits of all the men and women who served in the military, that it had a huge influence on my signing up. I think we have too many veterans who are not willing to share their military experiences, both the good and the bad, with our youth. I often heard in my last job that the best protection for America was to conduct the fight as an away game, not here in America. We need to continue to encourage service to the nation as a noble endeavor. To quote an American military icon, General George S. Patton Jr., "The soldier is the Army. No army is better than its soldiers. The soldier is also a citizen. In fact, the highest obligation and privilege of citizenship is that of bearing arms for one's country." I believe we need every generation to understand and be willing to serve this nation. We have too many young people who truly fail to understand selfless service, and that is thinking of yourself less. It is putting the needs of others before yourself. I had the opportunity to talk with Mr. Tom McGinnis after a ceremony where his son Ross was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor posthumously. He described Ross as a good kid who always wanted to be a soldier. He signed up a day after his 17th birthday. He was neither the star athlete nor the greatest academically, and was looking for some structure in his life. So to Ross, the Army seemed like a great option. I think we all know young men and women like Ross, and I think none of us would have predicted that he looked anywhere near our picture of what a hero in our mind would look like. On that fateful day, Ross was a gunner in the last vehicle of a mounted combat patrol manning a .50 caliber machine gun. As they were proceeding down their designated patrol route, an insurgent tossed a grenade into the gunner's hatch of the Humvee he was riding in. Ross tried to bat it away, but he missed it. He hollered grenade and could have exited the vehicle to safety. In fact, Ross was the only one of the 5 soldiers in that vehicle that could have escaped. Ross recognized that he was the only one who knew where the grenade had landed, and he was the only one who could cover the grenade, chose to throw his body on the grenade, absorbing the blast. He was just a kid from his generation who answered the call and paid the ultimate price for his country and his brothers in arms. In doing so, Ross was killed by the blast, saving his comrades. Ross, to me, exemplifies selfless service. And I paraphrase John 15:13, "For there is no greater act than to lay down your life for another." Now you ask, isn't that an extreme case? And how can I or anyone else, unless placed in that situation, live up to Ross's example? I would agree that no one knows, and I hope you never have to find out. But I want to challenge all of us to live up to this example. I challenge all of my soldiers and their leaders for my entire career to continue to pass on the desire to place service before self. That's what Ross did, and because of it, 4 of his comrades are alive today. You all are serving today, maybe not in the military, but you are still serving our nation and our military just by the simple fact that you are leaders and members of the American Legion. You have all volunteered to continue to serve our nation in the best way you can. Your efforts in support of our currently serving military members, our veterans and their families, are truly outstanding. I am proud to be a member of the Legion. As a veteran, I can think of no better way than to continue to serve except for the fact that I know that I now work for a company that truly knows what it means to serve. I would like to thank the leadership of the American Legion for the opportunity to address you all this morning, and I would like to leave you with one of my favorite quotes from from President Teddy Roosevelt. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. Thank you all for all you have done in the past for our great nation, and thanks for all you continue to do as Legionnaires. God bless the American Legion, and God bless America. My name is Bob, and I am a soldier. Thank you.
Command Sergeant Major, I got to tell you, I'm a 42-year member of USAA. I understand your core values. I understand your commitment to still serving veterans. And on behalf of the American Legion, I'd like to present to you this medallion on behalf of all these wonderful people out there in the audience. Thank you so much for your service and your continued service to our members.